Hello everyone.
Welcome to this week's version, the first version of Comedy Bronze.
Comedy Bronze. Today we have a special segment for you, which we like to call Stuff and Discuss, in which we will stuff our faces while simultaneously discussing things. Discussing stuff. Dual meaning.
Stuff and discuss.
Stuff. It's cool.
Cool. So this week, we have us a delicious hot and ready pizza. And we have one of my favorite things, some crazy bread.
Crazy bread! This bread belongs in an insane asylum.
Bread.
Insane asylum bread.
Yeah, it's like where we belong bread. Maybe that's why it calls to me when I drive past a Little Caesars. I think, you know, this is...
You should see a doctor
this is
about
home. I have seen a doctor about it. I didn't like what he had to say, so I only saw it once.
That was supposed to be special when we unveiled the pizza. Behold the pizza! Behold it in all its might and majesty.
The pizza.
Yay.
Pizza. The pizza.
I think that should be a title,
Pizza.
like the Pope. The pizza.
The
The big cheese. It's like a combination of the Pope and the big cheese. The pizza.
This is sacred.
Big man on campus. Pizza.
Well, I don't know about you, but I am ready for the stuff part of our discuss. So, yes. Holy pizza. The big cheesy Pope on campus.
Cheesy Pope.
Oh man.
Do you think the Pope is ever cheesy? Do you think he says cheesy things?
Probably. Have you ever seen his hat? Pretty
Touché.
cheesy, man.
Touché.
And those robes, and I mean, I really don't mean any offense to the Pope or anything.
The Pope is cool.
Awesome guy, awesome religion. I'm a big fan, but I mean,
Big
you
hat.
gotta have some sort of sense of humor. I mean, it's a gift.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
So why don't we tell our new audiences why we're called Comedy Browns?
Well, that's simple, really. Because the comedy gold is the best of all comedy. It's the comedy that everyone loves, everyone appreciates, everyone laughs at.
Comedy Browns. We tried Comedy Silver. We got demoted.
And quite frankly, we thought that sounded stupid anyway.
Yeah, so Comedy Browns.
Number 3 on the list ladder.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, 3 is a good number.
Here's a good number.
The third time is the charm. You know?
Mm-hmm. Third wife's the one you don't murder.
Yeah. Totally. So we're happy about it. We like bronze. If I was in the Olympics and I got bronze, I'd be pretty stoked.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of afraid of heights. I'd rather be third than, you know, well, then you have to stand all the way up there.
Right.
I mean, if I fell off, I could break my gold medal, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
bronze is the way to go all the way.
To say nothing of your neck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which, funny enough, is far less valuable than the gold medal.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
It's true.
Yeah.
I dare you to try and get somebody to buy your neck for as much as a gold medal.
Shut up, I'm eating holy pizza. And with that, we'll be back to you after our commercials from our sponsors. part of your world. A whole new world, a thrilling change,
A wondrous place
for you and me. There's a better way to relive the magic. When you play Disney Princess Candyland, you become part of the adventure. With a reinvented board, updated character cards, and 4 unique princess game pieces, it's classic Disney fun for the whole family. Pick up Disney Princess Candyland today.
Hi there. We're back with a new special segment. Of course it's new. It's the first week that we've done this. This segment is all about teaching you important life skills that you will need to know. This week, what are we doing this week?
Hunting wildebeest.
We're hunting
Are you
wildebeest.
sure this is my jacket?
Positive. This week we're hunting wildebeests. As you can see, we have all the necessary gear to travel to Africa. We were informed that it's rather cold in Africa. So as you can see, we are outfitted with the necessary clothing, articles, and tools. We have various tools such as this long-range monocle. When I say monocle, I mean monocular.
And we have knives.
Knives.
Because, you know, you should always...
Knives are important when
Use
hunting
knives.
wildebeests because they like knives.
Yeah.
So if you hold up your knife, then they will be attracted to it.
This is really my coat.
Positive.
Okay. We have rope.
Sure.
Because, you should always have rope. And...
Would you like to tell the people about what you use the rope for when hunting wildebeests?
yeah, you see, well, why don't we just start at the beginning?
Okay.
So the first step
So when
is you have to sneak up on the wildebeest. You do that by wearing, camouflage clothing like this. That's why we're wearing beanies. It's not just for cold. It's also a tool. You pull it down, and then they can't see you.
they can't see you, because if you can't see them, they can't see you. First rule
Exactly.
of hunting wild animals, especially wildebeests: if you can't see them, they can't see you. So.
Yeah,
Exactly.
works pretty good.
That was a lovely demonstration.
Yeah. Okay, once we get there, then comes in the guitar.
It's important to serenade wildebeests.
And I'll take the long way.
Thank you. It's important, very important, to serenade your wildebeests. That leads them to believe that you're their friend, because they are your friend. It's important to always be friends with the animals that you hunt and capture. That way they'll feel better about it.
It's also important while you're doing this to keep out an eye for other wildebeests who may be jealous that you're not serenading them. So, when we found the wildebeest, we used the long range. Well, after this, we're going to use the short range.
Once they're close enough,
And
switch to short
if
range.
you're not feeling so good, seeing double, no problem.
Very effective demonstration. Once the wildebeest is close enough, it's important that you bring chalk. You can therefore mark the wildebeest's territory, and then it cannot leave that territory. Wildebeests are very territorial creatures. You simply take a piece of chalk, draw a circle around the wildebeest, and you have marked the wildebeest's territory. It will not leave.
Exactly. And
Various colors are provided in case you feel the need to draw things within your circle of territory.
yes, it's also very important. Always have a flashlight with you, just in case. Just like the rope.
Wildebeests
The
often
knives.
come out at night. Therefore, a flashlight is
Very
necessary.
important.
And for long-range flashlights, simply attach the flashlight to the rope and heave it. And then you may
Exactly.
pull it back when you're done seeing far away.
It's like a guided torch.
Yes, precisely. It's also important to bring along this handy utility device, which contains various pliers.
But what you really need is the pliers. Because what you got to do after you've sanitated, chalked out the circle of the kick territory, you got to take these up. You got to pinch them on the wildebeest nose, and then you're going to carefully close it on it so they can't smell you. Because they spook pretty easily, okay? Got it?
So, once you have blocked off the wildebeest, okay, you take the pliers and you've blocked off its sense of smell, so the wildebeest will not detect you. Wildebeests are very sense-driven creatures. Their sense of smell is vital to their orientation. It's how they know who you are, know where they are, know anything. This wildebeest has effectively been given amnesia when you block off its nose. It can't remember anything.
Something else important to note, some wildebeests, when they're mutated a little bit, they can smell with their tongues. So I always like to bring along a nice Snickers bar, slip that in their mouth.
Keep them preoccupied.
Just because then all they smell is nothing, and all they taste is satisfied. And then you're safe. You don't have to worry about anything else. Now this is about the time of the patrol that I start to get kind of thirsty. So it's always good to have some water with you in the wilderness. And of course, if you got water, you gotta have your sippy cup. So this is where I take my break, because by now I'm just waiting for the senses on the wildebeest to dull down a little bit.
That's right.
Okay? Because it's important. You don't want to go charging off half-cocked, right? Because you might piss off the wildebeest, and that's never good. Don't piss off the wildebeest. Okay?
Now at this point in the capture process, it's important to let the wildebeest sit for about an hour on its own. That lets the senses dull, lets everything be kind of take effect, and then the wildebeest will be essentially under your control at this point. You can lead the wildebeest around, you can pet it and it won't kill you. Important things like that. So remember, wait about an hour. If you sense that the wildebeest is taking longer to make the adjustment, up to 2 hours it takes for some of them, especially the mutated ones with the tongue thing. Maybe up to 2 hours. After 2 hours, you're pretty safe.
If it's your first time, go 2 hours, okay?
Definitely wait if you're new to this.
And I don't want to hear any complaints on our video.
As another note,
didn't wait 2 hours.
You know, certain people should not hunt wildebeest. This is not for everyone. Particularly the elderly and children under the age of 3 should not.
If you're pregnant or nursing, you should wait an hour after eating before you go wildebeest hunting.
Consult your doctor about
Always
the risks,
consult your doctor,
the risks of wildebeest hunting. You know, it's very important to be. As you can see, we're very safety conscious in this endeavor. We're outfitted with all the necessary equipment. If you find yourself lacking anything that we have here, don't go. Don't go. It's better to be safe than sorry. Wildebeest are dangerous creatures. Very dangerous. Very dangerous.
Now finally, we're getting to the step with the rope.
Yes, that's right.
Now this is very important, okay? So now you've got the wildebeest essentially under your control, okay? Now, animals are wild, and then you domesticate them, and they just can't quit the wild. They try to run away. That's where the rope comes in. You tie it around the wildebeest's left back hoof, not the right one, not the front one, the left back hoof. It's very important. He'll kick you otherwise. Okay? That's not good. You can't. Not good. So left back hoof. And then you go out and you find one of them sagebrush things, you know, and you wrap it around that 3 or 4 times, and then you're good to go. Okay? Now, the most important thing, this is the one people always forget. Sometimes stuff's gonna happen. Maybe the lion will eat your wildebeest while it's tied up or something. You know, once you've wrapped it around the sagebrush, he's not gonna run away, but sometimes stuff happens. That's why it's very important to brand your wildebeest. So, always bring Post-it notes. Put that on there. That way when you show up the next morning and you can't find your wildebeest, but you know, there's a very happy looking set of lines over there, find your note. Because the lions won't eat the note. They don't like paper. And if you're worried about that, bring some duct tape. Usually to stick the note to it. That way, you'll always be able to find the note, because when it falls off the wildebeest, it'll stick to the ground, and that thing ain't going nowhere with some duct tape. And that's how you capture wildebeest.
So what do you do with a captured wildebeest? What are the uses? I'm sure you're all wondering. We're here to answer that too, briefly, as this segment is mostly about how to. Captured wildebeest can be domesticated processes, something we'll have to cover another time. Domestication of wildebeest can also be eaten by lions or by you, if you're into that sort of thing.
It tastes like chicken.
Tastes like chicken. Wildebeest tastes like chicken. Or do chicken taste like wildebeest?
I can't get out.
Tune in next time to find out.
And the knife's in here.
Peace.
Welcome to Ear Witness News, where we hear it, we bring it to you.
Today in Canadian news, Chad Kroeger, the lead singer of Nickelback, and super pop star Avril Lavigne are getting married. They're engaged. What do you think about that?
I don't know. I'm having a hard time pairing them in my mind. You know, you got Chad Kroeger, rocker, Avril Lavigne, this poppy punk girl. I don't know how that'll work. It sounds interesting to me, you know. But I mean, this is the country that gave us curling and maple leaves and
Hockey.
I mean, those all turned out pretty sweet. So
Lots of hockey.
you know that might work out all right. It's not something I'd expect, but I can't rule it out yet.
This is the first marriage for Chad Kroeger, the second for Miss Lavigne. So
1, 2, that adds up to 3, and
Third
3's
time
always a
is-
good number.
third time is the charm. This will be the third time for the celebrity couple.
Third marriage.
And in today's sports talk, the England team, the cricket team, defeated South Africa by an impressive 6 wickets. 6 wickets again, that was. With 20 balls remaining. Now, I don't know if any of you are cricket players, but 20 balls is nothing to sneeze at. 20 balls and 6 wickets again, that was. England defeated South Africa on Sunday.
And speaking of England, back in the 1800s, they didn't have bus drivers. They had car drivers, but they still cut you off then, apparently. A man named Charles Cross, in a new book coming out soon, has been identified as a possible person that could have been Jack the Ripper.
And in today's weather report from Arakudi, India, I know all of you are planning to travel there, so we thought we'd give you the weather report. After a 9:50 a.m. moonset over here, we had 6-mile-per-hour winds heading in a north by northeast-west direction. And, to top it all off, 87-degree weather with scattered thunderstorms. Thunderstorms here, 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 and some here. If you're planning to travel, watch out for those thunderstorms. They're pretty devious all over the place.
Talk about bringing your work home with you. Reportedly, Daniel Craig, the new 007, has that problem. While shooting the 23rd installment in the long-running franchise, Skyfall, he is apparently having a hard time separating work from home. He says that he has a hard time taking off the mantle of 007 when he steps out of the studio at the end of the day. You think about that.
I can imagine it must be difficult. I struggle with similar problems being Batman every day. So I can feel for Mr. Craig.
Yeah, I guess it'd be hard to just step out and not be paranoid and not have that trusty PPK under your shoulder.
Absolutely.
Of course, I guess, there are some upsides to this. You get to drive nice cars, you have generally some nice company, you get to kill people because they got in your way.
Absolutely. I think if there's any character one would want to have a hard time stepping out of, it's definitely James Bond.
Definitely. But good luck to you, Daniel Craig, and your family.
We wish you the best.
Yep, and we can't wait for November 9th.
And that concludes tonight's news segment. Remember, if you have a story for us, something that we missed, or anything that's going on that you think is interesting that you would like us to report on, feel free to let us know. Because at Ear Witness News, we're all ears.
Well, thanks for tuning in this week. We hope you found everything useful. Anytime you're in Africa, you know how to catch a wildebeest. Don't forget, we're tuning in next week. We're going to tell you all about it.
And until then, remember, when in doubt, spit it out.
We do.
Hello everyone. Welcome to this thing, this show, whatever it is.
We need a name, don't we?
Yes, we do. Who knows? I can't help but thinking of like cheesy, stupid things.
Here's what the show's about. Speaking of England, we're going to get back over there and look at their latest cricket match against South Africa. It took place Sunday the 2nd, and the bolstering new team of England Patriotic... England what?
England... I don't know, the Dodos.
Those excited young team players. Jeez.
What the heck kind of story is that?
Alright, and man, talk about bring your homework with you.
Talk about your homework with you. Who does that?
Some people have a hard time Man, and talk about bringing your work home.
I'm sorry, I can't now. Let's try this again. I can keep a straight face. I can. License and registration, sir?
Of course, officer. Here you are, officer.
Signing off. This is us. Bye.